Welcome to this episode of Time to Watch. Today, we will be taking a look at watches that I like so much that I bought more than one. It's not often that I buy more than one watch of the same brand, let alone the same model. But this happened 3 times. I would like to note that I would never buy the exact same watch more than once if there wasn't something different such as bezel, dial, etc. The first time this happened was when I purchased the H2O Calmar 2 Deep Diver 25,000 meters watch. The design was so unique and interesting. The build quality far exceeded my expectations. I love grade 5 titanium watches, and feel it is the best material for a diver's watch. Just knowing that it holds the world record for water resistance was enough to purchase another one. But I didn't just purchase the exact same design. I purchased one with DLC coating first and then bought the Damascus case version. Even though they are the exact same watch, there were enough differences that caused me to want both. For instance, one is all black with a Damascus dial, and the bezel insert has markers. The other Calmar watch has a Damascus case with a black to blue dial, and a stealth bezel insert. The second time I bought more than one of the same watch was the Spinnaker Picard. I purchased the steel version first and was blown away by the build quality for the price. Never before had I seen a China-made watch with this level of quality. So when I found out there was a limited edition grade 5 titanium version of the Picard, I set out to find one to add to my collection. I finally found one online in new condition, and jumped on it. Just like the steel version, the grade 5 titanium version has excellent build quality, and a Swiss SW200 movement. I was thinking about selling the steel version, but there were enough differences that I decided to keep both. These were the only 2 watch brands that I have owned more than one of the same watch at the same time. I purchased more than one Invicta Hydromax, but I have never owned 2 at the same time. I originally purchased the GMT version with a rose gold bezel and dial, and a brushed steel case. When I first received the watch, all I can remember thinking was how ridiculously massive and heavy it was. This version had a Swiss quartz GMT movement and a cheap rolled steel bracelet, I assumed to reduce the weight. I sold this watch not long after I purchased it. Some notable memories of the few times I wore the watch are when I was in the store pushing a cart or buggy. I noticed another guy look at the watch and tilt his head while making a face like he was saying that watch is massive. Then on another occasion, I was in Publix ordering a sub. Usually you have to reach over the glass wall to get the sub from the person who made it. Well, when I reached to get the sub, my watch crystal banged up against their glass wall, making a loud ping. It scared the guy, and he was like, "What was that?" embarrassed of what just happened. I acted like I didn't know what happened, and played along. But deep inside I was cringing, knowing the crystal was not sapphire. Did it survive the bang? To my surprise, it didn't have a scratch or crack at all. The last and most embarrassing story is the one time I wore the watch to the office. One of the ladies noticed it and said, "Hey, look everyone, he's wearing a wall clock." It was then that I sold the watch. After selling the watch, I somewhat missed having such a beast in my collection to compare all my other large watches to. I then bought another Invicta Hydromax. This time I purchased one with a Seiko NH35 automatic movement, brushed steel case, faux meteorite dial, and a blue and red Pepsi bezel. By this time, Invicta started making the bracelets solid steel instead of rolled steel. I really liked the watch and planned to keep it in my collection, but after turning the bezel a few times, the bezel spring broke. I sent it back to Invicta for repair, and they wanted more money to repair the watch than it cost for the whole watch itself. I complained, and they ended up repairing it at no cost other than shipping. After that bad experience, I decided to sell this watch. Its quality was no longer worthy to stay in my collection. After a year or so, I missed having the Invicta Hydromax in my collection, so I once again purchased another Hydromax. This time I purchased one with a high polished case, and a bezel loaded with 202 diamonds. It had a meteorite style dial, not genuine unfortunately. It also had a solid steel bracelet and a Seiko NH35 automatic movement. This watch will remain in my collection. It's far too heavy and big to wear comfortably, so I really just use it to compare to other large watches, and to have one in my collection. I do wish Invicta would remake this watch in 46 to 47 millimeters with a titanium case and sapphire crystal. I'd like to know what watches you like so much that you bought more than one. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more great content in the future.